What's up, everybody? In this video, I want to share my thoughts about the Miles Morales Funko Pops, which are going to release very soon. I will go ahead and let you know that I did play through the Miles Morales video game, and I really did enjoy it. As a matter of fact, I do plan on playing back through the full story again. I think it's actually worth the time. And yes, I know the story is shorter than the Spider-Man game. It really doesn't matter to me. I still found it to be very entertaining. I think it is worth checking out. So yeah, I'm going to share my thoughts about those Pops. But before I do that, I am going to run through some other things that are going on with Funko right now. So if you are into ad icons, there are some figures that are releasing right now. And yes, I do know that some of these are a little bit controversial amongst collectors because they're not truly ad icons. But regardless, these figures are starting to release, and that does include some exclusives like the Target exclusives that you see here, Baby Peanut, and then the Slush Puppy, which is flocked with Target. Now, these figures are actually street dated. They shouldn't be out yet, but it does seem like people are able to go ahead and purchase these. So do start checking in Target stores, and then eventually these should be available online as well. If you are interested in Marvel Lucha Libre, these figures are starting to hit stores. And also remember that Amazon does have that Lucha Libre Marvel Collector Core box, which is still available for pre-order. And that figure is said to have 3 pops on the inside of it. Right now, I have no idea which characters it's going to be, but of course you can feel free to speculate on that, which Marvel characters you think will be included. I hope that it's actually different characters and not just variants of the characters they've already done here, unless they really do something special to set them apart. But time will tell here. We'll find out very soon. But again, that box with Amazon is still available for pre-order. Just remember that it is a subscription box. So if you don't want the next box that comes up, make sure you cancel that subscription. Also available at GameStop, they have the clicker from The Last of Us available, and I think the design of that is pretty on point. Really looking forward to seeing that one up close, and more than likely I'm going to add that to my collection. Also, we have here Megan Rapinoe in her red jersey, which is a Funko Hollywood exclusive that's available at Funko Hollywood right now. And then to the right here, you see these Freddy Frostbear figures. Really, there's a figure, I should say an action figure, that's available in a plush as well. Now, when I checked the website, I saw that the figure was still online. I didn't see the plush, but you could check for these items in store, or you can check the website to try to track them down. Now, the glow-in-the-dark Deadmau5, which is a Funko.com exclusive, did release, and it did sell out. And it didn't sell out very quickly. It actually took it a while for it to sell out. So hopefully, if you were interested in that figure, you were able to get your hands on it. I know I did a community post about it, and I kept it up for a while until the figure finally sold out. So like I said, if you were interested, I hope you were able to go ahead and purchase that figure. Oh, by the way, I do want to point out, of course, there will be a non-glow common variant of this figure as well. Since there is not going to be a toy fair in person this year, Funko is holding their own virtual event, and they're calling it Funko Fair 2021. It kicks off on January 19th with a new episode of Fun TV, and that'll be on Funko's social media accounts and also, of course, on their YouTube channel. So do make sure you check that out. And of course, I will be trying to get information together to share here on the channel as well about upcoming releases, including Funko Pops, of course. Funko does have a new product that's available on Funko.com right now. It is UV pop protectors. And of course, with UV pop protectors, they help to keep your boxes from getting that discoloration that figures tend to get over time and, within their boxes. So especially if you have some grails in your collection, you might want to consider picking up some of these protectors. You see here that R2-D2 is getting a Valentine's Day variant along with the other Star Wars characters that I shared with you all previously. So that's something to be on the lookout for here soon. Once these figures actually become available for pre-order, although they might be with some retailers, you can kind of look around and see. But once they become more widely available to order, I will make sure I update you all on that. You see here another reminder. I think I mentioned this previously, but Ryan Garcia is going to get a Funko Pop, but it will be in the fall. So it's going to be a while before his figure gets a release. You see here that Twinkie the Kid has a metallic variant that comes along with a pop tee, and that is available at Target pretty much right now. It is street dated for the 10th, but it seems like people are finding that already, like some of those other exclusives I mentioned previously. So do be on the lookout for Twinkie the Kid if you are interested in it. Again, that's a metallic variant that comes along with a pop tee. And then yes, Demon Slayer pops are still on the way. I don't know when they are going to release, but I'll keep an eye out. I know some of you are waiting on those figures. There are some pocket pops on the way featuring Star Wars characters, of course some classic Star Wars characters, and then characters specifically from The Mandalorian as well. Once I see these starting to release, I'll try to remind you all about them. I know sometimes pocket pops kind of slip my mind, but once I start seeing these showing up, I will try to remember to remind you all about these. So Raya and the Last Dragon, which if you're not familiar with this movie, there is a trailer available to check it out. And there are some figures on the way, and there will be exclusives on the way as well, including a glow-in-the-dark Sisu, which is going to be a Walmart exclusive. And that's the dragon looking character that you see here. And then also Raya with Baby Tuck, I guess that's how you say the name there, is going to be an Amazon exclusive. When it comes to, movies that haven't been released yet, it's kind of tough to get excited about the figures. Even though I think some of these figures look cool here, I think it's going to come down to whether or not the movie is actually a hit. So we'll see what happens with the movie. But if you're already sold, you already like these designs here, some of these figures are available for pre-order with various retailers. The exclusives, though, I think only the Amazon exclusive might be available for pre-order right now. I don't think I've seen the glow-in-the-dark Sisu up just yet, but you can be on the lookout for it to check, check Walmart's website to see when it gets listed. Finally, here we are at the Miles Morales Funko Pops, and when I first saw these, I was pretty blown away. I think Funko did an amazing job to show so much love to this character, and I know some people's gut reaction was, oh, they did too much. I don't really agree with that though, because I think the reason some people are saying that is because they didn't do as many variants of Spider-Man based on the Spider-Man game, but there are plenty of Spider-Man pops out there, and even though some of them might not be directly related to the game, some of them actually do feature costumes that you can wear in the game. So Spider-Man has gotten plenty of love, and also that Spider-Man game did get some supporting characters, whereas here with Miles Morales, at least for right now, it seems like they're just focusing on Miles Morales himself, but his looks are so different and so unique within the game. I think it's pretty awesome that Funko did this. There are a couple of standouts for me. I want to point those out real quick. The one you see here on the left, him in that sort of classic style suit, but it's it just looks advanced though. I really like the look of that suit there. I like how it has the webbing going around him, and he's in an action pose there. That's a definite for me to get. To the right here, you see him in the Bodega cat suit, which that means that he should have the backpack on with the cat in it. I hate that we don't actually have a look at that just yet, but trust me, when I find some images of that, I'm definitely going to share that with you all. I really want to see how they did the cat in the backpack, and if you follow the game, or if you played the game, or even seen, a lot of footage of the game, you may have seen exactly what I'm talking about. There's actually a cat in the game that's nicknamed Spider-Man, or named Spider-Man straight up, and yeah, he's actually with Miles Morales in a backpack. So I'm really looking forward to see exactly how they did that. But yeah, that makes that another definite for me. I actually really like using that outfit within the game. This red suit here on the left, I was not so crazy about the look of it in the game. I felt like it was just an overload of red, like almost blinding to the eyes basically, but I think it actually looks better as a pop figure. It works well, so that's another one that I'm very much interested in. Now to the right here, this is another suit that I use quite a bit, the programmable suit. I really love this one. It looks so good in the game. It's kind of blocky, but that's very much intentional. It's just a very cool looking suit. Something I don't quite understand though is what they decided to do with the exclusives, and I'll get more into that in a moment here. Now this suit here stands out to me for the wrong reason. This is probably one of my least favorites. I felt like in the game the strike suit was just kind of messy looking. The pop to me looks a little bit cleaner, but I still feel like it's a little bit messy, and maybe another one could have taken its place. I'll talk about that as well here in a moment. But if you're a fan of the strike suit, I'm not trying to knock it, or knock you, I should say. I'm just saying that this one is not for me so much. Now, as far as the exclusives are concerned, you see that there's a Hot Topic exclusive of him in the winter suit. Of course, there's a common one of him in the winter suit as well, so it's a little bit odd to me they decided to make two of those. I felt like, you know, just one of the winter suit I think would have been enough, but, you know, like I said, choice can be a good thing for some people, so some people might want both. Some people might just choose one or the other, whichever pose they like the best. To the right here, this is what I was alluding to. You see, with GameStop, there are two glow-in-the-dark variants of the programmable suit. One has the same pose as the common, which to me right away makes the common almost pointless. Like, I definitely want the glow-in-the-dark variant. And then you see that there is another pose, but it's just a slight action pose. It's like he went from standing to, you know, like kind of leaning forward just a little bit. It's not very different. So that confuses me a little bit, but yeah, I'm a sucker, I guess. I actually went ahead and pre-ordered both of these. And by the way, you can go ahead and pre-order both of these with GameStop. That does include on the website. But I think in the long run, I'm probably not going to keep both. I'll probably look at them both up close and then decide which one is really going to be a keeper for me. And yes, I absolutely agree with a lot of people that said that Miles Morales, the 2099 suit, yeah, that should have been made as a pop. I definitely agree with that. That would have been awesome to see. And never say never. Maybe they will still do this one at some point. Maybe that'll be another exclusive in the future, or maybe even a con exclusive. But yeah, that one would definitely be nice to see because it's a really nice design. Like, it just looks really awesome. Now, one suit that I used a lot in the game is the suit here on the left, called The End suit, which does relate to a comic relating to the future of Miles Morales, what happens to him in the future. I'm not going to get deep into the storyline, but I just really like the style of that suit, and they did not make this one as a pop. I'm okay with that, though. I'm not really bothered by that. I understand that that look may not be for everybody, doesn't stand out as much as some of the other suits. So even though I really like this suit, and that's one of the main ones I use throughout the game, I'm not going to complain about them not doing that as a figure. But yeah, I think a lot of people agree with me and really would love to see that 2099 suit. So those are my thoughts about the Miles Morales Funko Pops. I am going to add I think maybe like 6 to my collection when all is said and done. So yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of these. And yes, there's even more that they could do. There's even other suits that they didn't touch on. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about the Miles Morales suits overall, you know, the pops as well. Which ones are you going to add to your collection? I know some people want to see Tinkerer as a pop as well. Me, I can kind of take that or leave that. You know, I'm not so sure about that. And as far as villains go, I don't want to give too much away about the game. I'll just say, you know, there's maybe 1 or 2 other pops they could do, but I don't know if Funko is really going to bother with that. But yeah, Tinkerer could turn out cool, or I just don't know how I feel about that. Like I said, you all share your thoughts with me in the comments, and let me know if you played the game as well, what your thoughts are on the game. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Once more Funko information becomes available, I will do a full-on Funko news video. It's just kind of slow right now because, you know, we're just coming off of the holidays. But especially with that Funko virtual event coming up, there's going to be a flood of information soon enough. So you all hang in there. Information definitely is on the way. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for checking it out, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.